Hi, Glastonbury from Now Spinning Magazine with another album review. This one is on vinyl, and this is a band I've covered before. It is Sendelica. So I'm going to give you an overview of this album, and it almost made my top. Well, it did make my top albums lists of last year. I think it was just bouncing on the outside of my chart. But as the year has progressed, and at the time of recording this, I'm in the middle of February in 2023, it's now in that chart itself. I've been playing this a lot, especially sides 2, 3 and 4. Nothing wrong with side 1, but it just had a kind of vibe to it. So Sendelica, and I'll just show you this first of all. It's a double album, and it's got a cut. I don't know if you see this. It's got like a cutaway on the front to goes. So as I take that out, things that please record collectors or music collectors, and it changes look. You can change the look of it because it's got a cutout. God, it's like being a kid, isn't it? And the album itself, a bit of matrix stuff on the side, is in glorious psychedelic cloudy orange vinyl, which looks fantastic as it goes around your turntable. Both of them do that. And it also comes with a rather groovy poster as well, which I'll show you as well, which you can stick on your bedroom walls, children, kids, adults, and have hours of fun with that. So, who are they? As I said, I've covered them before, but I've got a little bit of blurb here, so I'm just going to tell you a bit about them. And this is on the Fruits de Mer record label, which is one of the best record labels in the world for covering things that are so not commercial, but also probably the most commercial things. Depends on what you mean. What I'm trying to say with that sentence is that this is music that should have existed in 1969 to 1975, but didn't, because no record label would have signed a band like this, because they would have just thought no one will buy beer and they'll all sit on the floor and just be zoned out. But here we are in 2023, and record labels will now take a chance on something like this, and it's just absolutely wonderful. The band formed in 2005 and comprised of core members Pete Bingham on guitars and electronics, and Colin Constantine on beats and synths, and Glenda Pescado on bass, and Lee Relf on saxophones. Lee Relf has got to be one of the best saxophone players I've heard for years. It says here in the blurb that they wear their influences on their sleeves, and their music has been described as blending the hypnotic pulse of Can, the atmospherics of Pink Floyd, the motorized proto-punk of New, and the guitar pyrotechnics of Jimi Hendrix and other worldly audiences of the Orb. And they draw inspiration from the local landscapes of Cardigan Bay and the Presel Mountains, and ancient heritage of the region. So lots of stone circles and stuff on this as well. And this is a tremendous album. It really is. I made some notes because I've played it so many times, and I was trying to think, because although it says in that blurb there's a kind of a Hendrix guitar sound, I wouldn't go there. What I hear, the way it opens, the album opens with this tolling bell, and that will make some of you think of Black Sabbath, because all church bells have that sound now, don't they? But it kind of moves into this layers of synths, very menacing. No, it's not Black Sabbath, that start to build up around it. And then, if I was going to describe who the music sounds like as the synthesizers come in, and this really bone-crunching guitar riff comes in, and I would say it's Gong, Hawkwind, John Carpenter. If you like the soundtracks of John Carpenter, there's kind of like an element in the synth sounds of John Carpenter. It really is. And the music, the drums and everything. Now, I was trying to think of the best way of describing this. It's like you get to a venue, and the music's playing downstairs. So you can hear the sound of the drums, and you haven't gone into the venue yet, but you can hear the music. There's something about the way the music's recorded that sounds like that. So on the first track, it sounds like you're just on the top of the stairs before you go down into the venue itself. There's something kind of distant and ethereal and kind of almost as if it's time travel, that you're going. It's almost as if the music is going to take you back to the early 70s. There's something magical about this record that if you close your eyes, it's 1971. Trust me. And I think it's Lee Relf's sax playing, which is absolutely so haunting and so, again, distant. It's as if like you're sitting out in the countryside somewhere and you can hear someone playing the saxophone up on the top of the hills. I don't know if anyone's ever experienced that. I haven't either. But if you did, it would be like this. It really would. So it's like the Soft Machine. Yeah, it's another band, Soft Machine, that kind of thing. And the riff, the guitar riff, it's almost like a riff that stands still. It actually doesn't seem to move forwards or backwards. It's just kind of this chords on top of chords, but it is a riff. And as the song progresses, it kind of turns into this descending block chords as all the synths and everything. It is like a mountain, not the band. It's like a mountain getting up for a walk. It's that heavy in many respects. And then track 2 on side 1 pays homage to Born to Be Wild, I have to say, on the riff, and it's very, very Hawkwind. When we swap over to sides 2 and 3 and 4, the music is it flows from side 1, because this is a concept album with no words, about humanity and whether we're going to make it or not. So it's an important record, but there's like offbeat drumming and a real groove, etc. And what did I put here in my notes? It's very ambient, and this is like early Pink Floyd. This is early Sid Pink Floyd, but without vocals. And there's just slabs of keyboards, just layers and layers of it, like putting icing on a cake, just layers and layers of it. But it's the saxophone, it's ethereal, ambient, almost jazz, a jazz like Miles Davis, A Silent Way. That's what I can pick up. It's like this really experimental music from that period where, and what is so joyous about this album, you just know these songs, these tracks are going to go on for a while, and you don't care. You just want to just immerse yourself in this hypnotic sound that just picks you up off the sofa and transports you without the use of a TARDIS, for the fans of Doctor Who, to another land. It really does. It's absolutely fantastic. Very hypnotic. And again, what I'd put here, it is like a sci-fi soundtrack in places. But it's like on, when we get to sides 3 and 4, I'm going to talk about track 7, which is called Future Man, Homo Superior, which is my favourite track. Although side 3 has also got some great tracks on it. The bass riff on Homo Sapien on side 3 was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, and really groovy, really kind of groovy. I mean, I can imagine the lights down and people going to festival. This should be a great festival band with silent discos. Really, really good. And then side 4, which is just full of atmosphere, and it's just one track, is the one that I've been playing the most. It's just absolutely fantastic. I don't know what else I can say really without saying the word fantastic too many times, but it's really atmospheric, and it's prog, and it's new prog, and I haven't seen them live myself, but I've seen them on YouTube, and they sing really great guys, and they're really into what they do, and they're completely sincere and dedicated to creating this music that is like nothing else that's out there, And you've seen from my Chart Watch program how many albums you need to sell to get into the UK album charts. It wouldn't take much to put Sendelica in there, would it? It'd be absolutely fantastic. That would give everything a kick up the bottom. But absolutely brilliant. So it's out now. I don't know if it's out on CD. I imagine it is. But there's something very, very cool about having this on vinyl. The other one I've got, which was in cream and purple and blue spot vinyl, I think, is a great album. But this is the one that this is my favourite album by this band so far. In the description, you can go to their Bandcamp page, where you can order directly from the band or through Demur Records. I'll put that link in as well. But it's highly recommended. One Man's Man on Cloudy Vinyl, band Sendelica. Absolutely a prog masterpiece, really is. So thank you for watching, thank you for being here, thank you for supporting me, thank you for seeing me in all the different places that Now Spinning Magazine hangs out. If you've got anything you'd like to say or comment, or you'd like to see me do, then comment and send me an email. It'd be absolutely fantastic to hear from you. Take care, remember music is the healer and the doctor, and I shall see you very, very soon.